I want you to know that this recording has been created as a sanctuary for your mind and body during rest. Please make certain that you are in a completely safe environment where you can allow yourself to drift into deep relaxation without any responsibilities or concerns. This is not intended for use while driving any vehicle, operating equipment, or during any activity that requires your full attention and awareness. This is your time to completely let go and allow your mind to find its natural state of peaceful stillness. Settle yourself now into whatever position feels most nurturing for your body. Allow your eyes to close gently, like flower petals, folding inward as evening approaches. Notice how your eyelids have a natural heaviness to them, as though they are weighted with the softest silk. There is no need to force them closed. Simply allow them to rest in their natural state of comfortable closure. As you begin this journey inward, become aware of the constant activity that may be happening in your mind right now. Perhaps there are thoughts racing like busy traffic through the streets of your consciousness. Maybe there are worries circling like birds looking for a place to land. You might notice plans for tomorrow, memories from today, or a dozen different mental conversations all happening at once. This is perfectly natural, and you do not need to fight against any of this mental activity. Instead, I want you to imagine that your mind is like a snow globe that has been shaken vigorously. Right now, all the thoughts and concerns are swirling around like countless snowflakes in motion, creating a beautiful but chaotic dance. You are not these swirling thoughts. You are the calm, steady presence that holds the snow globe. You are the observer, the witness, the peaceful awareness that remains unchanged no matter how much activity is happening within. Now, imagine that you are gently setting this snow globe down on a soft, velvet cushion. As you do, the swirling begins to slow. The snowflakes of thought are starting to settle, drifting more slowly through the clear space of your awareness. You do not need to make them stop or control their movement. Simply watch with gentle curiosity as they naturally begin to find their resting place. With each breath you take, imagine that you are breathing in the most pure, clear mountain air. This air has the quality of absolute stillness, carrying within it the essence of high alpine peaks where silence reigns supreme. As this pure air fills your lungs, feel it beginning to create space between your thoughts, like gentle wind creating clearings in a dense forest. As you exhale, imagine that you are releasing not just the air from your lungs, but also the excessive mental energy that has been keeping your mind so busy. See this energy leaving your body like steam rising from a warm cup of tea on a cold morning. With each exhale, your mind becomes a little more spacious, a little more quiet, a little more like the vast open sky. Now I want you to imagine that you are standing at the edge of a perfectly still mountain lake at dawn. The water is so calm and clear that it mirrors the sky above perfectly, creating the illusion of infinite space both above and below. This lake represents your mind in its natural state of peaceful stillness. The surface has not been disturbed by even the slightest breeze. As you stand beside this mirror-like lake, you begin to notice that your breathing has naturally synchronized with the gentle rhythm of tiny waves lapping against the shore. Your heartbeat has slowed to match the steady pulse of the earth beneath your feet. You are becoming one with this environment of perfect tranquility, feeling your busy mind settling into the same profound stillness that surrounds you. Look into the crystal clear water of the lake and see your own reflection looking back at you. But notice that this reflection appears completely peaceful, completely at rest, with eyes that hold the deep wisdom of perfect silence. This is your true self, the self that exists beneath all the mental noise and activity. This is who you are when all the thoughts have settled and your mind has returned to its natural state of serene awareness. As you gaze into these peaceful eyes in the water, you begin to feel a profound sense of coming home. This is not a place you have to create or achieve. This is simply a recognition of what has always been there, waiting beneath the surface activity of your daily thoughts. Your mind, in its essence, is as still and clear as this mountain lake. All the busyness is simply weather patterns passing across the sky of your consciousness. Now, imagine that you are slowly entering this lake, feeling the perfectly warm water rising up around your body. As the water touches your skin, you feel each muscle beginning to release its tension, each nerve beginning to quiet its activity. The water has healing properties, and as it rises higher on your body, it is washing away the accumulated stress and mental fatigue from your day. As you wade deeper into the lake, you notice that the water is beginning to have a luminous quality, glowing with a soft, silver light that seems to emanate from within. This light is the pure essence of tranquility, and as it touches your body, it begins to infuse every cell with its peaceful energy. You feel your physical body becoming lighter, more relaxed, more at ease with each step you take into this healing water. The water is now up to your chest, and you can feel it surrounding your heart with the most gentle, loving embrace. Your heart rate continues to slow, finding its natural rhythm of deep relaxation. Any emotional tension or mental pressure that you may have been carrying in your chest begins to dissolve completely, like sugar dissolving in warm water. As the luminous water rises to your neck, you feel a profound quieting happening in your throat, in your jaw, in all the muscles of your face. Any words you've been holding back, any thoughts you've been rehearsing, any mental conversations you have been having, all begin to dissolve into the healing silence of this sacred lake. Now, allow yourself to float on your back in this luminous water, feeling completely supported and held. The water beneath you is like liquid silk, conforming perfectly to your body and providing exactly the right amount of support for every part of you. Your arms are floating weightlessly beside you. Your legs are completely relaxed and heavy, and your head is perfectly cradled by the warm, healing water. As you float in this state of perfect physical comfort, look up at the vast sky above you. The sky is painted in the most subtle shades of pre-dawn light, with wisps of clouds moving so slowly that they seem almost motionless. This sky represents the infinite space of your consciousness, vast and open and completely at peace. Notice how your thoughts have become like these slow-moving clouds, drifting across the sky of your awareness without urgency or importance. Some thoughts may still arise, but they no longer capture your attention or create any sense of mental activity. They simply appear and dissolve like breath on a cold morning, leaving the sky of your consciousness clear and undisturbed. Feel yourself sinking deeper into this state of floating relaxation. Your body is so completely supported by the luminous water that you no longer need to maintain any muscular tension or control. Your mind is so completely held by the vast silence of this place that you no longer need to monitor or manage your thoughts. You can simply exist in this perfect state of peaceful being. The water around you is now pulsing gently with waves of healing energy. Each pulse travels through your body, carrying away any remaining mental restlessness and replacing it with deeper and deeper levels of tranquility. You feel these pulses moving through your brain like gentle massage waves, soothing every neuron and calming every neural pathway. As you continue to float in this healing lake, you begin to notice that the boundary between your body and the water is becoming less and less distinct. You are becoming one with this luminous, peaceful substance, your individual consciousness merging with the infinite consciousness of this sacred place. You are no longer a person floating in water, but pure awareness itself, vast and still and completely at peace. In this state of merged consciousness, you discover that you have access to a profound inner silence that has always existed within you. This silence is not empty or vacant, but rich and full, like the silence of a cathedral or the hush of falling snow. It is the silence from which all thoughts arise and to which they return, the eternal background of your being. Rest now in this sublime inner silence, feeling your mind settling into its natural state of peaceful stillness. Any remaining mental activity is like the last few leaves falling from a tree in late autumn, each one drifting down gently and coming to rest on the forest floor of your consciousness. Soon, even these last thoughts will settle completely, leaving you in the profound peace of perfect mental quiet. Your breathing has become so slow and so deep that each breath seems to last for an eternity. Your heartbeat has synchronized with the gentle rhythm of the luminous water, creating a perfect harmony of relaxation throughout your entire being. You are held in the loving embrace of this healing lake, completely safe, completely supported, completely at peace. As you rest in this profound state of inner silence, floating in the luminous waters of pure consciousness, you begin to sense that you are not alone in this sacred space. There is a presence here, ancient and wise, that has been waiting for you to discover it. This is the deepest part of your own being, the timeless awareness that has been watching over you since the moment of your birth. This wise presence within you begins to communicate, not through words or thoughts, but through direct understanding. It shows you that your busy mind is like a radio that has been tuned to many stations at once, creating static and confusion. But now, in this place of perfect silence, you are learning to tune into the one clear station that broadcasts only peace, only stillness, only the gentle hum of your own eternal being. Feel this inner tuning happening now, like finding the perfect frequency on a radio where all the static disappears and only crystal clear music remains. Your mind is adjusting to this frequency of silence, this wavelength of peace, and as it does, you feel every mental process slowing down, becoming more refined more subtle, until they barely register in your consciousness at all. The luminous water around you is now beginning to pulse with different colors, each one carrying its own healing vibration. First, waves of deep indigo blue flow through the water, and as they pass through your body, they carry away any mental agitation or restlessness. Feel this blue energy flowing through your brain, through your nervous system, creating pathways of calm that will remain with you long after this session ends. Now, gentle waves of violet light begin to pulse through the water, and as they move through your being, they dissolve any patterns of overthinking or mental loops that may have been running in your mind. This violet light has the power to break up old, repetitive thought patterns, leaving your mind fresh and clear and ready for new experiences of peace. Following the violet, soft waves of silver light begin to flow through the luminous water. This silver light carries the essence of pure awareness, the kind of consciousness that simply observes without judgment, without analysis, without the need to understand or control. As this silver light fills your being, you feel yourself settling into this state of pure witnessing, where thoughts may arise, but they do not disturb your fundamental peace. As you float in this symphony of healing colors, you begin to notice that your body is becoming incredibly heavy, as though it is made of warm, liquid mercury. Your arms feel so weighted and relaxed that they seem to be sinking deeper into the supporting water. Your legs have become so heavy that they feel like they are anchored to the bottom of the lake by invisible threads of absolute relaxation. Your head is now so heavy and so comfortable that it feels like it is cradled in the softest down pillow, perfectly supported by the luminous water. The weight of your head is creating a delicious sense of letting go, as though all the mental effort you have been making throughout your day is finally being released into the healing embrace of this sacred lake. This heaviness is not uncomfortable or oppressive, but rather deeply satisfying, like the feeling of sinking into the most comfortable bed after a long journey. It is the heaviness of complete surrender, complete trust, complete willingness to let go of all control and allow yourself to be held by the infinite wisdom of your own deeper nature. As you sink deeper into this weighted relaxation, you begin to notice that the sounds around you are becoming more and more distant. The gentle lapping of water against the shore of the lake sounds like it is coming from very far away. Any sounds from the outside world seem to be filtered through layers of cotton, becoming softer and less important with each passing moment. In place of these external sounds, you are becoming more and more aware of the subtle internal sounds of your own being. You can hear the gentle rhythm of your heartbeat, slow and steady and perfectly peaceful. You can hear the soft whisper of your breath, each inhale and exhale creating a natural mantra of relaxation. You can hear the quiet hum of your nervous system settling into its most restful state. These internal sounds are creating a beautiful symphony of peace within your body, a natural lullaby that is guiding you deeper and deeper into a state of profound rest. Each sound is perfectly calibrated to promote the deepest possible relaxation, as though your body knows exactly what it needs to achieve perfect tranquility. Now, imagine that you are beginning to slowly sink beneath the surface of the luminous lake. The water is so healing and so supportive that you can breathe it like air, filling your lungs with its peaceful essence. As you descend deeper into the lake, you are moving into even more profound levels of consciousness, layers of awareness that most people never experience. At 10 feet below the surface, you discover a realm where time moves differently. Minutes stretch into hours, and hours compress into moments. In this timeless space, your mind loses all sense of urgency, all feeling of pressure to think or plan or worry. You exist in an eternal now, where the only reality is the perfect peace of this moment. At 20 feet below the surface, you encounter a layer of consciousness where all mental concepts begin to dissolve. Words lose their meaning, categories blur together, and the constant mental chatter that normally fills your mind becomes as quiet as snow falling on a winter night. You are moving beyond the realm of thinking into the realm of pure being. At 30 feet below the surface, you discover that you are entering a space where even the sense of being an individual person begins to fade. Your personal identity, with all its concerns and characteristics, becomes as insubstantial as a reflection in water. You are becoming one with the infinite consciousness that underlies all existence, the eternal awareness that is the source of all peace. As you continue to descend through these layers of consciousness, you feel your body becoming more and more relaxed, more and more comfortable, more and more perfectly at rest. Your muscles have released all tension. Your organs are functioning in perfect harmony, and your nervous system has settled into its most peaceful state. At 40 feet below the surface, you reach the bottom of the lake, where you discover a garden of the most beautiful underwater plants you have ever seen. These plants sway gently in the current, their movements creating a hypnotic dance that draws your attention completely into the present moment. Watching these plants move is like watching a living meditation, each motion perfectly synchronized with the rhythm of deep peace. As you rest on the soft, sandy bottom of the lake, surrounded by this underwater garden, you feel a profound sense of homecoming. This is where your mind naturally wants to be, in this place of perfect stillness, perfect silence, perfect peace. All the mental busyness that brought you here seems like something that happened in another lifetime, completely irrelevant to the eternal now in which you exist. The plants around you begin to glow with their own inner light, and you realize that they are not just plants, but living embodiments of peaceful thoughts. Each one represents a different aspect of mental tranquility, patience, acceptance, stillness, contentment, serenity. As you breathe in the luminous water, you are inhaling these qualities, allowing them to take root in your consciousness. Feel these peaceful qualities spreading through your mind like the most beautiful garden growing within your awareness. Where once there may have been weeds of worry or tangles of overthinking, now there are only these luminous plants of peace, each one contributing to the perfect harmony of your inner landscape. As you rest in this underwater garden of consciousness, you begin to understand that this is not just a temporary state that will disappear when you wake up. This place exists within you always, waiting for you to return to it whenever your mind becomes too busy or too restless. It is your inner sanctuary, your mental refuge, your eternal home of peace. The luminous water around you is now pulsing with the slowest, most gentle rhythm imaginable. Each pulse carries you deeper into relaxation, deeper into peace, deeper into the healing embrace of perfect sleep. Your body is so completely relaxed that you can barely feel its boundaries. Your mind is so completely quiet that you can barely distinguish between consciousness and unconsciousness. You are now in that perfect state between waking and sleeping, where healing happens most profoundly. In this state, your mind is reorganizing itself, clearing away the accumulated mental debris of your day and restoring its natural capacity for peace and clarity. Your body is rejuvenating itself, every cell bathed in the healing light of perfect relaxation. As you rest in this healing state, know that you are being prepared for the most peaceful, restorative sleep of your life. Your mind will remain quiet and still throughout the night, like this underwater garden where perfect peace reigns eternal. Any dreams you have will be gentle and healing, further deepening your experience of mental tranquility. When you wake in the morning, you will carry with you the memory of this inner sanctuary, this place of perfect mental stillness that exists within you always. You will find it easier to access this state of quiet awareness throughout your day, allowing your mind to rest in its natural state of peaceful being. The busy mind that brought you here is transforming into something far more beautiful, a mind that knows when to think and when to rest, when to engage and when to simply be. This is the gift of this journey, the treasure you are taking with you into the depths of healing sleep. Rest now, beautiful soul, in the perfect silence of your own deepest nature. Allow yourself to dissolve completely into this luminous water of consciousness, becoming one with the infinite peace that is your true home. Sleep deeply, sleep peacefully, sleep in the perfect stillness of your own eternal being.